Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, Week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the Green Bay Packers and the Miami Dolphins. Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
This is Aaron Jones. He had to fight that time. Ran through one tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Looking to throw on second down. Rodgers, and he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
This defense for the Dolphins, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
Yeah, they held them to well under 200 yards of total offense, and in today's NFL, that's a feat to be proud of, especially with the emphasis on offense and what we're seeing each and every week, that great creativity and usual productivity.
And this will be a Packers first down as the tackle made at about the 38.
It was just third down and short, but he bit off a little extra.
I would say way more than he could chew, but he chewed up all that yardage in a big way. And that, to me, that was a combination of offensive line, stacked defense, and they handled it. Okay, they got the leverage, they got the blocking angles, and opened up a nice crease. And once you get past that first wave, there's room to roam.
And that's just the third play from scrimmage. They wanted to avoid that 3 and out. They did. Play action. Now it's Rodgers.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. Our game here, the first of 3 on this Christmas Day. Merry Christmas, happy holidays to everybody. And remember, you've got 2 more after this. We're followed here by the Broncos and Rams from Los Angeles. And then tonight, a good one out in the desert, the Bucs and Cards from Glendale.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he's got some space here.
It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44.
Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up with the goal.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on third. To throw, it's Rodgers. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Carter, we read a great article this week arguing for him to be Defensive Player of the Year. Normally, sacks are the big thing that people point to, but what he's done in the secondary has been something special.
It has been, because it's been an all-around game for him. Taking the ball away, rushing the quarterback, and sacking him himself, doing a number of different things that change the way the game is played.
Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
This one complete to Jalen Waddle.
And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved. Able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guys. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
On first down, Tagovailoa. This ball complete into the hands of Anderson across the middle.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. Great gains back-to-back. Last time over 30 yards, better than 20 here. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. This is caught. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd and goal.
But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go that sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
On 2nd and goal, Tua. Touchdown, Dolphins!
Kene Nwangwu
with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year.
And the Dolphins have answered that early field goal to take a first quarter lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw complete here on target to Tunyon. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20.
A big play there on the catch and run. 57 yards.
And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
They'll send the tight end in motion left. Now a first down carry by Jones. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Rodgers. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And, look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
After the turnover, it's Tua. On the right side, open is Gesicki. And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Let's go now.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. And he's got it complete to Anderson. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's second down.
The Dolphins at 12-2 now on the year. They've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Packer pressure, and down he goes.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense. They kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open man is Anderson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver. And as this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Tua now on first down.
Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On first down, they look downfield, and it's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And again, it's Tagovailoa. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Connor. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Robbie Anderson, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins go 98 yards and finish it off in the end zone. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag.
And that flag accepted.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And he'll begin the drive with a give to Jones.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. On 2nd and 9, Rodgers.
Catch made by Watson on the out route.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Throwing is Rodgers. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And the return comes to a home right at the 44-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
A gain of 8 there on the play, and it'll be second in a couple.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great.
And now the ball's out, fumble near midfield, and the Packers pick it up. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Well, he's going to have to shake out the cobwebs first time he touches the football, and he drops it on the ground.
So many times we talk about quarterbacks and taking care of them early to get them in the flow with safe throws, right? But with a runner, there is no such thing as a safe run, right? Right out of the gate, you're going to be in some traffic. You got to take care of the ball, and he didn't do that.
Taken down at the 47-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They fake the give. Now Rodgers on the move to his left. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
It'd be interesting to see what he decides to do the next time he's in the position we just saw there. Outside of the pocket, takes a throw downfield, it turns up incomplete. I wonder if next time he might take off and run.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Rodgers now to throw. And Watson has it right side.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On 2nd down, it's Jones. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1.
Got a man, it's Tunyon. And they're going to be set up now with a ball at the 13-yard line.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
This is Lazard with a catch out left. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Now on 2nd and 13. Rodgers.
Open man left side. It's the tight end, Tunyon.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. A final shot before half for Rodgers. Touchdown! Allen Lazard in the final seconds of the first half. And the Packers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Crosby with the extra point, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. This will be fielded inside the 5.
So we've reached halftime here. Charles has already thrown off his headset. He's out here. He says, it's Christmas Day. I'm going home. We're not done yet, though. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about.
So pass interference the call, and that does not look to be going over too well on the defensive side.
Or on their sideline, because I believe their head coach is saying right now, hey, you've got to call that both ways.
Straight ahead, here's Nwangu.
And some room to roam now. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
Kene Nwangu with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that makes it a 21-10 game.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because they don't get some kind of points here. That next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
He fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
Now it's Rodgers. And this is caught. Mercedes Lewis with a grab. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Rodgers to throw. He's got a man, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Give them 35 yards there on the third down conversion. They go back to the ground with Jones. And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively. Second and 5 now. Rodgers.
Now swing pass for Dillon.
7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
They'll run here with Dillon.
And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That second down play nets a -4.
That was well defense right there. He saw the play in front of him and able to hold the point of attack. Then he sheds it and goes and makes a tackle for a loss.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal?
Hey, 626.
Rodgers going to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. That pass play good for 7, but it still brings up a 4th and goal.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender, but a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
Watch it, watch it, watch it, watch it.
They'll try and run for it with Janovich. They tried to let the fullback pound it in between the tackles, but he stopped up short. And instead of having a 1-score game, they'll remain 2 scores down. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop him short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
It's Tagovailoa from his own end zone. He's got a man, complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Connor. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20. Play action. Now it's Tua. This ball complete into the hands of Anderson across the middle. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. We are off to the 4th quarter here on this special Christmas Day broadcast. So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll look to run with Nwangu. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Kene Nwangu with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 15 on the year. And the Dolphins add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory.
Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. To throw is Rodgers. Throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Hey, 26.
On first down, Rodgers.
Quick slant to Watson.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be second down.
He's got the hook up with Dobbs.
And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
This offense so far on third down, they've been very good. 5 for 7 thus far. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. Now Rodgers got to have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position.
On first down, they'll run with Nwangu. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 70 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Another run now for Nwangu.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw is caught here by Anderson. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
On play action, here's Tua.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down. Sly able to put this one through. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they forced him to take it with 3.
But you didn't mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. Let's see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. Throwing again on second down. Rodgers. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown.
No surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick six.
And it's plays like that one that have made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Rodgers to throw for it on fourth. Buying time to his, and Rodgers intercepted a third time.
Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
So many times we end the game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackle for a 2-yard loss in the backfield.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a third down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Rodgers now on first down.
This is caught. It's Christian Watson.
And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants this lead to stay right where it is.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Yeah, 300. Yeah, 300.
One final try now for Rodgers. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Dolphins come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Miami, they continue to rack up the victories as this one moves them to 13-2 on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they're guaranteed now a sub-500 season as they fall to 6-9. And they'll get a home date next week against the Minnesota Vikings.